Árnason. Valbert skorar. Valbert Gunnarsson hefur skorað. Ragnar Margeirsson og skot og mark. Glæsilega. Óskar Rafn á móti Bjarna. Og Bjarni með góða sendingu fyrir og Haraldur Ingólfsson.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Best About Ever. Just me, Tryggvi, today. I'll do a shorter episode this time around, sum up the weekend as we move into the cup games that are happening at this very second as I speak. And then we have another round starting on Wednesday. So we'll probably pop back in the feed before the next round of games. But we just wanted to quickly sum up the weekend and maybe talk a little bit about the cups. We'll see how far we get. Yeah, some surprises, a bit more surprises this weekend compared to the first round of games. If we start with results, Vestri 1-0 FH. Yeah, interesting result. Afturhending 0-0 IBVF. Fram 4-2 Breiðablik. Víkingur 4-0 against KA. KR 3-3 against Valur, and then Stjarnan 2-1 ÍA. So as you might have heard from those results, FH lost. We got a message from Joe, who used to be on this podcast, the previous host, with the simple sentence of "We may be in trouble this season," and I would tend to agree. I think FH haven't started this season very well. They have a tough cup game against Fram, I believe, over this Easter break. And if they lose that one, this season has already taken a bit of a derailment. Or not, I don't know. Is anyone really expecting them to be in the top half, upper top half this season? Or is mid to lower table maybe just what everyone is expecting them? I don't know, we'll see. Maybe this is just where they are now. But very impressive for Vestri. Completely held FH at bay. And they're looking good. Afturhending's first ever point in the top division came against IBVF. IBVF maybe disappointed not to have scored, but Jökull stood tall in the goal. Denied IBVF this time around. So both newly promoted teams have some points on the board, or a point on the board, which is important. I think it's you don't want to wait too long to get your name on there, get the first point in. We'll see. They also have some cup games. I think at the time of recording, they are winning their cup game 2-0 against Stjarnan, which you would expect them to win. That's a good confidence boost. And speaking of confidence boosts, Stjarnan, the big result against ÍA. We were talking about how important this game would be for both teams. Both teams started off with a win, and only Stjarnan could follow it up with a win. We'll see how this develops in the next few weeks. Both teams either team, especially Stjarnan. I mean, there's more pressure on Stjarnan than ÍA, I would assume. But both teams will have big ideas and big ambitions for this season. So disappointing for ÍA in a very tight game. So they shouldn't be too disappointed. Another very tight game that could have ended either way, to be honest, and I think both managers would accept that, is 3-3 between Valur and KR. Absolute insanity. A wrong penalty. A penalty that was shouldn't have been a penalty. There was a penalty from the Valur side that I thought was kind of soft, to be honest. Red, yellow that should have been a red. Just pure chaos. I mean, I don't know where to start. I don't know how to even approach this game. I think the biggest thing is Valur conceding 3 goals against this KR team. I'm not saying this KR team is bad, but it's a very chaotic team that's still finding their feet. That started with a 15-year-old who broke broke the record, the league record. Sigurður Kárason, 15 years old and 125 days, which is insane. Born in 2009. And, this sort of Káar team, if you want to be fighting for league titles, this is the sort of Káar team you need to be able to shut down, at least not concede 3 goals against. If you can score 3 goals against them, that's fine, but don't let them score 3 goals against you. So that's, Valur will need to really tighten up very soon, because this is not looking particularly good for them. But Káar, we can't really make too many comments about Káar at the moment. This could go either way. They look bright, but it's just pure chaos at the moment. But some bright spots, some worrying spots for Káar. But Valur will take heart that one of their main title rivals, if anyone considers them a title rival, lost in the weekend. Fram with an incredible comeback, being 2-0 down after 40 minutes, and Ole Valur and Tobias Thompson, very much like we spoke about last, looking good, putting them 2-0 up, halftime 2-0 up. That's it, right? Fram, we talked about, they can't score. Where are the goals coming from? Well, then from 71st minute, Sigurjón Rúnarsson starts off the parade, and 12 minutes later, it was 4-2 to Fram. Guðmundur Magnússon coming on and just turning the game around, and a lot of criticism for Breiðablik after this game, and I can understand why. This is not a good look for them. Fram obviously super impressive. This is really, really good for them, but this is not a result that Breiðablik wanted or needed. Víkingur pulling clear now, if you can say that after 2 games. But yeah, beating a lackluster Káa side 4-0. Víkingur have injuries. They had some, Valdimar scored 2 goals, had to go off. There's a lot of other injuries. They must go into the transfer market before it closes. But like I said, I still maintain that Breiðablik aren't a bad side. I think hopefully this is just a blip. But the squad they've collected looks pretty amazing. Halldór, the manager, was criticized for sort of some of the ways he set up the team. We'll see how this develops, this 3-way title race, if that's what it is, if Valur is even in it. Káa, 4-0 losers in this weekend, but a huge boost for them afterwards in the signing of Marcel Roma from Lyngby, captain, coming in before the end of his contract. He was sort of planning on leaving in the summer and at the end of the Danish season. The Danish season is not over. So him leaving before the end of the season is with them in a relegation battle shows how excited he is for this adventure, and hopefully it means that we'll see a full-on Roma. That's a huge boost for Káa. I think this is going to be we'll see how big this is, but this could be huge, right? It could be exactly what they needed, a bit of a leader, someone to really push them on. And they were even there's something cooking up there, not good, because they were also apparently close to signing Asiar Iyaramendi. Player people might, if they're old enough, might remember him from La Liga, previous Real Madrid, Spain international. Apparently there he was close to signing for Káa, which is a bit insane. But yeah, something's cooking up there in Káa and Akureyri. Let's see what happens. It's going to be a short episode this week. I'm a bit sick, as you might be able to hear in my voice. Hopefully it's not too grating. So we're just going to run through the stars of the week. We're going to give it to the first one to Daði Berg from Vestri, on loan from Víkingur. Scored a great goal to win it against FO. The pressure will be on him unless he gets called back now. I'm not sure he can, but yeah, I think Víkingur might be regretting this choice to loan him out, but he looks like quite a player and someone that Vestri will be very happy to have. The second star, Guðmundur Magnússon, mentioned him. He came off the bench and scored 2 goals to complete a fantastic comeback against the champions. A player that they need to get fit. So we'll see how his fitness, how his form develops over the next few weeks and months. And then I want to give the last one to Valdimar Þór. 2 goals to win the game against Káa. Just a great player that I still don't quite understand how he hasn't been poached up again back to Norway or somewhere in Scandinavia. But we're happy to have him here. Hopefully he stays for a while. But that's it. Like I said, the cup is going on at the moment, and it doesn't make any sense for me to read out results of things that are going to be out of date even before I publish this. Biggest game today, IBF against Víkingur later today. Then tomorrow we're going to have Stjarnan and Breiðablik, which could be quite interesting. Rested Hauko could be quite nice. And then on Monday, Saturday. Sorry, this feels like a Friday or a Saturday, but yeah, it's only Thursday today. So Saturday, we round up with games like Fram ÍA being the biggest one. So we'll try to get back sort of between the end of the cup and the beginning of the next round to sort of do a small preview and go over the cup if something crazy has happened. But thank you for putting up with my my raspy voice. Apologies for the editing on the previous episode. Hopefully this one comes out a bit better. If just a note that if it comes out bad, it's usually my fault. Ragnar is the better one editor. So I'm learning. So hopefully this one sounds better. But please, if you have any questions or any issues or whatever, please reach out. We'd love to hear any feedback. So thanks for reaching out already. We've got some great comments, and have a great Easter break. And we'll speak to you later. Bye.